Growing up in the Pacific Northwest, just outside Seattle, I didn't know anybody that knew Jesus. I didn't know anybody that went to church. I really didn't know anything about him. Then, when I was in my early 20s, I moved to Texas. I made some friends, and one of my friends, their mother, was actually a Christian, and she would be reading the Bible in her office, and I would see her. She was the most patient woman I'd ever met in my life, still to this day. And I just remember thinking, I don't understand how she could be like that. I don't understand how she could be so kind. She was very soft-spoken and gentle, and it just made me really curious. Who is this Jesus? What about him makes people kind of come to him, What is the Bible about? And I asked her one day, and she just started talking to me about who he was, and it kind of planted this seed in me that I didn't know at the time, and I don't know if she knew, but it was going to be the starting point for my faith journey of really coming to know who he is. Fast forward a couple years, I met Chase and we started dating. We were not pure before we got married, and 3 months into us dating, I found out I was pregnant, and we were both scared and felt terrified. We didn't know how it was going to end up, and we just felt hopeless. We didn't know where to turn. Once we started to feel like maybe we had a handle on things, we found out that our baby had a heart defect that was going to require surgery in order for him to survive, which again just felt like the end of the world. It felt like everything was crashing down on us and like we could not find our footing. So then once our son was born, he went in to have his surgery when he was 6 days old. We were sitting waiting while he was in surgery, and my mom was sitting with me, and she was just reassuring me that everything was going to be okay, that he was going to be fine. And that moment when she was rubbing my back and whispering in my ear, I could feel Jesus there with me. I just had this sense of peace that I couldn't explain, that I knew he was going to be okay. It was the first time that I had this unquestionable realization that Jesus was real, that he is who he says he is. And I realized I had to give my life over to him. Our son went through surgery. He recovered. He actually recovered quicker than they expected. We got to take him home after only 13 days in the hospital, and they had told us to expect up to 4 weeks. And then later at church, I had heard them talking about baptism and how they were inviting people to get baptized, and I didn't really know what baptism was or what it was for, and they explained that it was kind of going public with your faith. I had decided that at that point that was my next step because I had given my life to him, but I hadn't really talked to anybody about it. And so I was baptized and with friends and family, and Chase and I both started to get more involved in the church. We started serving, and we were attending regularly and joined a small group. And since being baptized, Jesus has continued to work in me and to turn me into this new person. And when I look back on the person that I used to be, it seems so far away, like I don't even recognize that person. He has given me so much and helped me so much from who I used to be. He's given me an amazing husband that loves God, given me 2 beautiful children. Through those relationships, he has just molded me, softened my heart. He's used them to really sharpen me, and given me opportunities to show the love that he has shown to me. It's hard to believe, especially in the moment, but Jesus is greater than our fears, our flaws, and obstacles. He is God.